Hold time. It's your boy King Jordan Book. You know the vibes. And does it seem like everyone's trying to be rich? Nearly half of Gen Z is investing earlier than any generation, but we're still living paycheck to paycheck. We're not obsessed with being rich because we want the rich lifestyle. We have seen sometimes the system might fail you. It has shown over 55% of Gen Z are delaying life milestones like marrying, moving out, everything, because everything is so essential. The baseline is so essential. I am Gen Z. I am working towards getting a house, being married, and just living the best life. I'm living my best life. But one thing I can't fathom, get my mind off of, that the average of a wedding is $36,000. I don't have a child, but I just don't have $36,000 just laying around just for the wedding, you know what I mean? And granted, my girlfriend said that it's not just a day, but it is just one day, you know what I mean? So make it special, make it beautiful, but I'm not trying to go in debt for just one day, you know what I mean? And then a starter house costs $500,000. The average is $422,000. That's a lot. That means you gotta go in debt and then a 30-year mortgage and everything. So I understand like the sense like, man, we need that money now. And our parents like, bro, I remember my age, like I had a job and I could move out and everything, but was everything $500,000? Was a car 60 bands, 40 bands? You know what I mean? So I feel like the atmosphere is different, right? We got better points in the end, but the first thing is everything gets expensive. Even car insurance, even groceries, gas, like things get up. Just last week, I spent $60 on gas, and it don't even last a week. It lasts for like 5 days, bro. A week is 7, and I have to I have to get gas. I go to work, and then I use my gas to only go to work. And I'm like, ice. We don't want to be rich for the flex. We want to be rich because a starter house costs $500,000, and that's crazy. Corporate loyalty can be seen as a scam. 69% of Gen Z believes owning a business is the modern American dream. 80% say entrepreneurship is the only way to control their destiny. I have ups and I have downs about that statement. Thus, the ups is being an entrepreneur, you get a chance to have as much money as you want. Also, being an entrepreneur, you got a chance to have as least money as you want. As an entrepreneur, I have a DJ business, and some months I'm like, okay, I love DJing, but some months I'm like, I might not eat this month from DJing, but also have like different jobs. But entrepreneurship, it is glamorized now. But I also realize everybody can be entrepreneur. But with social media and seeing people like, hey man, I got my own I got my car rental business, I'm making M's. I got my B&B business, just bought another house, M's. Crypto credit, day trader. Did you see I just made 50 bands in a minute? Money. And you know, living a life. And like, here's my thing, like, I'm like, the Lord provided it. Like, I feel like I want to live all the Lord has in life. You know, I want to drive a nice car, I want to travel, but I feel like it's a time and place. With social media, it's so instant. You seeing people, you seeing the dating scene. You're like, man, I gotta make that 100 million. I gotta go crazy right now. And like, they forget about what's later, right? So they're like, oh, I'm gonna make my shoe business, or I'm gonna do a business. And like, doing a business is fine, but you know, it's a reason why we like the Walmarts of the world or Mercedes of the world. They just didn't start yesterday, right? They've been here before we was born. And so like now we're seeing like, oh man, they're doing it big, or the Coca-Colas of the world, like, oh, they could sponsor, but like somebody had to start it and work hours and do it to become what they are today. And like, I feel like that's hard to comprehend when you're like 20 years old and Gen Z, like around that 20 years old mark, 18 to like whatever. I think we almost done with 2012 is the end of Gen Z. So I think this is like Gen Z's freshman year in high school. So Gen Z is getting out but yeah, from freshman year to like 29, 30, you know, you're like, man, I want to go hard, I want to grind, but it's like, you gotta take it one day at a time. But it's hard to do that because we grew up with social media. We grew up with having things quick. And you know, people have a sentiment of, why work at corporate job if they just can fire you the next day, right? So like, I ain't gonna work for the band for X amount of years, but it's almost like, I feel like you gotta do both, you know what I mean? Just don't be stuck on one thing, just being stuck on one thing. You gotta have a balance. My dad said too much of anything can be bad, you know? Okay, I do work my 9 to 5, but I also have my entrepreneurship, you know what I'm saying? I do go to work every day, but I also create content, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like having that balance, but just Xing out one thing because it can be seen as bad is like, right? You know what I mean? For example, rinsing your mouth with mouthwash. Once your mouthwash is good, like, that's definitely a supplement to life, but I also need to brush my teeth and floss and get my tongue straight and then still go to the dentist and get my teeth clean, right? So you need all that to have a full ecosystem of what you want to do. And I feel like that's just life. And then we got money dysmorphia. We got money dysmorphia. TikTok has made it say like, if you make 100 M's, you ain't on nothing, my boy. You might as well go home and slow down. So I understand why people it says, you know, we got influencers really talking about just post. I made 100 bands just month. That's somebody's salary, bro. And you know, like, so I feel like that's why it is the influx of content creators. First, they tell them to create, and also like, who doesn't want to get? I would love to get paid to post. I'm posting right now, and so I feel like that is a beautiful thing. It says 44% of Gen Z suffers from money dysmorphia, a psychological distortion where you feel completely broke because you are constantly comparing your life to curated wealth online. You can have the youngest of mind, someone your age, running day trading and going crazy, making them M's, and you going to work. Or you can see your friend, you know, you can see online like, man, they traveling to this place and this place, they going to the FIFA World Cup. You just like, I just went to work today, and you know, like, and like you see it though, like you seeing the highlights. You're not seeing if they, you're not seeing like. And granted, they might really have it got going, you know. But just like anything, like you see somebody in sports, you see LeBron, so you're like, man, like LeBron's the best. I want to be a basketball player, but you didn't see all the hard work and dedication. Or I want to be Wimby because he the best. Like, it's everything. So social media, I feel like is more hyphen. Because now you seeing the 20-year-old, he's not just a hooper. He, man, I woke up this morning and showed my life, and I'm riding the Benz Tiger truck, right? Even me, I might see somebody with 100K followers, and I'm like, bro, like, I've been posting every month, like, what's going on? You know what I mean? But, you know, and that's why I think, like, you gotta run your own lane. You gotta run your own lane. And when you do see stuff, like, be happy, understand where you at, and grind. You can grind for it, like, don't get me wrong, like, grind for it. Because the whole goal, for real, I feel like my goal is to run it up, make that money. But being 20, being 26, I don't know how long I gotta live. I'm like, bro, like, let's do it. And you pray and you work, but, you know, I feel like it's balanced because you don't want to work too hard and burn out and you doing anything just to get money, because all money not get money. But understand the pursuit of doing something great, and by all means go for it, but you know, take it one day at a time. We got doom spending. This generation has the easiest ways to spend money every single day. We got DoorDash. You spend money so somebody can pull up to you in your house. First of all, you spend money on fast food, so that's an X. And then you instead of going to the store, so that you double the money. Or you got a Netflix subscription, or you got the card note, or you got. It's just, you know, when life feeling dim, feeling overwhelmed, let me just go spend some money because I want to relax. You know, I'm not feeling well. I deserve to go on a $1,200 vacation. Granted, I am going on vacation next month, but I budgeted for it and I save money for it. But you know, I'm just not doing things on the whim. But you know, you see people like, they went to Arizona, they going, you know, it's popular, or people going to Tokyo, that's real popular right now. And it's like, I want to slide. And then you think, if I was rich, I ain't gonna lie, I had them thoughts sometimes, like, bro, if I was rich, I could just slide, bro, like, or if I was rich, I could just get a new car, bro, or if I was rich, I could help people, you know, like, you know, money might be the answer to all my problems. But is that what we need, right? Make America data shows 40% of Gen Z lives paycheck to paycheck, triggering a wave of doom spending, abandoning long-term savings to buy immediate happiness, right? And I can see that. Why save for a house when it seems impossible? Why save for a wedding when love is in shambles? Like, bruh, the thing we watch is Love Island. It's literally promoting, you could lie to somebody in their face and kiss somebody behind their back. Like, that's a game show, but like I feel like that's programming, like years of that. Like you gonna think that's okay. I seen my famous person do it and they found love, and it's like that's a curated curated environment. That's a secluded environment, and that's what they want. They want ratings, they want money. So that's all that for. So when you come to real life, it's so easy to spend like, man, I just want to feel good right now. And I feel like that's the example between delayed gratification and instant gratification. We want the instant gratification. Like I said, we have Instagram, we have TikTok. You go viral in a matter of seconds. You can change your life in seconds. We just have it. We have it. And it's just like, we need that. And so when you feel like you having it, and you could buy the new chain and post it, you get the likes, it's dopamine hitting, or I'm on that trip, or you making it happen. So I understand it. That doom spending though, it's counterintuitive to what we're trying to do. We want to be rich, but we spend all our money. We're living paycheck to paycheck, and that can be a problem. Which leads to the loud budgeting. And I did it a couple times. I have shown my Roth IRA, definitely as a 26-year-old. But I feel like that's a journey like I want to show people. But I'm not showing how much I make. I'm not showing like other accounts. I'm just showing like one account. And like I really want to promote like, yeah, I am young. I am wanting to save for because I feel like that's faith. You're having faith like, Lord, like I know you're gonna keep me for many years to be great, help people, and that might help run my riches. So I want to do that. Loud budgeting. 60% of Gen Z openly discuss salaries, debt with friends, and 4% actively practice loud budgeting, publicly rejecting social plans they can't afford. Being broke isn't embarrassing to anyone. Being financially transparent is the ultimate power move. And I think when people do that, it is telling people, let's be rich. But also I feel like that can be you can be seeing somebody like money, like how they get so much money, and coming to comparison, right? Saying I can't go out because I'm saving is the new flex. And it's like it goes back to everyone wants to be rich. And I think this is a positive one though. Like, man, budget, I think we need more of that, like showing people how to budget and how they budgeting. But it also comes to a point when is sharing too much, right? You showing your whole salary, because everybody not gonna be your friend, especially when you go viral. So, you just gotta watch that. But in the overall things is like, yeah, you are showing your salary. You gotta watch it like your coworker. Anyway, but yeah, you are showing your salary, you are helping people, but it's like, yeah, man, inshallah, we gotta be rich. And I'm seeing your salary like, I gotta go harder. How you making that salary? So I can say I can go good and bad. Overall, it's not bad though. So yeah, everyone wants to be rich in Gen Z. We have social media, we have the jobs. Everyone wants an entrepreneur, day trader. But what do you want for your life? Do you want to be rich? Do you just want a regular life? Does seeing people, young people making it happen, make you want to make it happen? Or even older adults, famous people being on social media, getting these brand deals, is this forcing you to want to be a millionaire, want to be great? Let me know in the comments. But personally, I do want to be rich. And some of the reasons I said today, it's valid. Be rich, we can speed up these things, we can make it happen. But honestly though, we gotta take it one day at a time, because Lord is in control. We pray, Lord, please allow me to run it up. The people who watch, allow them to run it up. Name just pray, amen. But yeah, man, if y'all stay here until the end, thank y'all, because y'all are viewing. Real opportunities when you happen when you view. Whole time, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. This is your boy King Jordan Brooks.